Hey, Basket Brains, Kirby here, aka Darkwing Disc, and Nickelback never sucked, you did. Alongside me is the fairway finder himself, Ollie DePina, and one time Ollie went to a silent auction. He won a dog whistle and two mimes. Welcome to episode 67 of the KO Disc Golf Show. This is the Machoke episode. Famous players to wear the number 67. We got Taj Gibson. He is one of two players ever in the NBA to wear the number 67. He is still active. The other player was Mo Becker, who I believe only wore it for 1 year. Red Sox players I like that wore the number 67. We got Zach Penrod. Mariners players, we got Juan Burgos. Don't know if I pronounced that correctly. And Ollie, you want to hit us with the Giants?
We got two-time Super Bowl champion from 2007 to 2013, Kevin Booth. So that's my Giants 67. There's a couple other guys, but like in the 50s. We were talking about before the Super Bowl even happened, championships.
Sure. All right, KO question of the week. This is Disc Golf Space Jam. You have to create a card where you have one person being the Michael Jordan type person in the Space Jam area, and then where are the other three players that you would use from the Pro Tour to round out the rest of the card, and what alien kind of powers would you give them, or kind of alien characteristics? So comment that down below. Comment your card and let us know. Ollie, how you doing, man? How's it going?
Going well, going well. I've been I recently, anyone that follows me on Instagram's probably seen I got a bike recently. So I've been biking around trying to get a it's just been fun. It feels like it's a little opening to my local area that I don't know, I'm just going on paths I never really went down before, seeing things in a different perspective, and I really didn't know how fast road bikes could be. I got this like really cool multi-gear like road bikes, and it goes fast, which is really cool too. I didn't realize like you can like get moving. So I've
How
just been
fast are you going?
like 25, 23 miles per hour, like just like
That's
I'm like
crazy.
really going like
You're wearing like a helmet and stuff, right?
100%. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Damn. I was like, dude, I need the O part of the KO disc golf show
Oh
here.
yeah,
So
no, never doing anything. I'm on the bike paths and stuff. I'm not on the road right now. If I'm on the road, I'm like very very aware, and I'm also aware when I'm on there. Like I see a straightaway with no one. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna like see how fast I can get this thing.
yeah,
You know, it's
open
pretty
her
fun.
up.
And yeah, so that's kind of been fun. I'm gonna try to be biking a lot more. Kind of just like generally uh improves like my like health. It feels like my brain, my like blood flow to my brain just feels like a lot more like I'm just like kind of happier throughout the day. Like my legs and like everything's not too sore or anything, but like I'm feeling stronger, which is awesome. And like I know that's something I've been wanting to do. And so I think like biking is going to be like a less conventional way than like just like a going to the gym to work out. Like I think it will help me just like be happier out in nature, still getting like a really good workout in, and like doing some cool stuff. So I'm excited. It's been like I see a lot of cool things happening, but like my body feels the best it's been. My brain's feeling good, so I'm really excited and looking forward to the next tournament and everything, and getting some more throwing in, still getting some putting in throughout the days. So it's been good.
Like, what's like the longest bike ride you've gone for so far?
So I've only had it for like 4 days. I've been like 4.1, like 4.1, 5.8, and then yesterday I did like 12.5. But the last bit was
Jesus.
like all uphill, like up Dravis Street, up Queen Anne, if you know that. And so it's like
Yeah,
right, it's
damn.
like I didn't stop too, and I was just so happy. At that point I took my shirt off and was like, because it was soaking wet. I had
Mhm.
I also like the fits. I had my big dumper shirt on, some like cool blue cargos tucked in my socks, and I was like, yeah, I'm feeling cool. And but I took my shirt off because it was wet. And this is funny. I was going and I was on Queen Anne and I hit this turn and I was just like, and this like lady's like driving by the other way and she just goes, okay. And then just keeps driving. And I was like, it was like this older woman. And I was like, hey, this is hilarious. It's fun. But
Mm-hmm.
biking's been awesome. Yeah. I was down by the waterfront, just like big grin on my face. And like, it's really fun. It's been cool.
Sick. Good for you, man. That's
How you
awesome.
doing, Curb?
Doing all right. Yeah. Kind of a frustrating couple of weeks out on the disc golf course, not really playing to like my standards of things. So, all in all, like everything's totally fine. House is all good, cats are fine. Butters is he's always kind of our sick boy, so we just kind of got some like news that he's still sick. So just
Mm,
kind of one of those, like, we're always just kind of like, we feel like he's our fragile child in the house kind of thing. But everything's fine. I just playing bad, which is like frustrating, like on that side of things, right? So um yeah, I decided to not go down to Ravens Run down in Skamakawa. It just seemed like a long drive and weekend, and I think I just need to kind of take some time to kind of reset a little bit. Like, I didn't play it all yesterday. I'm not going to play it all today. Tomorrow I'm going to go out and practice and just do a lot of putting and stuff like that and kind of reset. Um, but yeah, I'm going to be playing the Rat City Rumble this Sunday, which has like, dude, a stacked field.
yeah,
There's like a ton of MPO players signed up, a ton of really, really good MPO players. And I think with the way this course is going to be set up, because it's going to be a lot of the Ladies of the Lake layout, it's not going to be very long. So anybody that does have like a big arm or they might have an advantage, you don't have that out here. So it really is going to be about being
putting.
able to like, I think this is going to be real birdie or die style
Yeah,
disc golf, which I think is going to be good, like mindset shift for me, where it's just going to be like, hey, like go full aggression on it and like figure it out. You got 2 rounds to kind of piece it together, kind of deal. So, kind of there with it though. Yeah, kind of
yeah.
figuring everything out. Yeah,
I'm
but
looking
we'll get
forward to
right.
Rat City as well. Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
we'll get right into the tournament recap. This is presented by Emerald City Discs. Emerald City Discs, the gem of the Pacific Northwest. There was the South Sound Classic this weekend. 3 different courses over 3 days, run by Mark Hill and Jeff Snowden. Um, I played pretty poorly. I mean, all things considered, I had a decent round one, which I was on coverage by Fairway Media, and then kind of just like an abysmal round two and round three. I did have Chuck, the fucking goat, Chuck Knudsen, out there with me, so that was really cool. Definitely made like a tough round a little easier, being able to kind of like have him as like a backboard of things that I could just be like, dude, this sucks. Like, I'm not having fun playing bad, and him being like, get the next one, and like, so he's just, I appreciate him kind of just like me being able to be like, shit, dude, and him being
Yeah,
like, it's all right, and like that kind of thing. So, really appreciate him for that and just being out there all weekend with me. Um, Ollie and I did commentary all 3 rounds for Fairway Media, so that was a lot of fun. We actually have to finish round three
right
after
after
we do
this. Yeah,
this. Yeah, so that was really fun. That was dude. That was, we'll say, we could talk about it on the show because that
yeah.
was so funny. But we're, Ollie and I we're it's round three, and Axel and Thaddeus, or Axel and John, um, are just like tight to going down to 18. Like, they got 1 stroke difference between the two of them. Like, anything could happen, and we're hyping it up, being like, oh man, huge birdie for Axel. Like, let's go, let's go. And then the video just ended, and we were like, what?
We both thought we messed up. We're like, did
Yes.
that happen to you?
Yeah, I literally said, I was like, did this stop on your side too?
I
So
thought I
super
like hit
funny.
my right arrow or something and just ended the video and was like, oh,
Dude, I thought, yeah, I was like, did my internet crash or something? Yeah, so funny though. So we're gonna do the last like 10 minutes today, kind of figure out, we know who won, but we're gonna watch the final hole, kind of how it plays out and that kind of deal. So, um, should be great. It was really awesome doing commentary. We always have a good time doing commentary for Fairway Media and Justin Banks. It's a good time for us because we, kind of just doing what we do every week anyways, which is kind of just hanging out, talking disc and that kind of thing. So, and hopefully it helps out Justin Banks, and kind of adds a little bit of value to his videos as well. So, yeah. Um, Round three, I also had Grant and Pierce come out with me and kind of hang out, and they just kind of like spotted for us a bunch. If you don't know who Grant and Pierce are, Grant is Pierce's dad. Pierce is like a 10-year-old kid who's going to be like we're looking at, the next wave of like really good talent, like Colin Bryant, Asher, and that, and then we know about the wave after them, which is going to be like your Dylan Aquino and your JoJo Nybars, right? Pierce is the wave after them. Pierce
yeah,
is like the next guy who's coming after them. He's already throwing 280, 300 feet. He's making like 50-foot putts. Like, he's spraying them at times too, but it's just like, oh, as soon as he start like hones that down and then like grows up, like he's gonna be just
So good.
a monster. Yeah, so really really fun getting to play with him, getting to like kind of hang out with it. We Chuck and I ended up playing an entire round afterwards at Evergreen with them because they watched us play the whole way, and then
Yeah.
Grant was like, I gotta let Pierce throw some discs. He's been out like hanging out all day, and I was like, can we tag along and play? He goes, man, that would be so cool. And like, it was a good time. Like, they were genuinely just a lot of fun to play with. And Pierce, being the 10-year-old little boy he is just over there, just like, man, 10-year-olds talk a lot.
Yeah.
Like he's so funny, and like he's so social in that. And he was like really comfortable with Chuck and I, which was awesome. But like, I was like looking at Grant's like he's like this all the time, and I was like, awesome.
I
Like,
love that,
so
man. I
yeah, it's
love
so
that.
great.
Grant's my guy. I actually I shared with Grant my F1 TV login. That's how
Oh,
cool.
sick.
Me and Grant, we talk about F1 a pretty decent amount. So that's my guy.
Heck yeah.
I was like, no one DMs me as much about F1 stuff where I'm like, yeah, you deserve this, bro. I was like, do you have it? He's like, no. And I was like, go watch every race since 2010. I was like, let's go.
That's awesome. Yeah, yeah. It was really nice getting to hang out with them afterwards. 'Cause after like having a pretty frustrating round, kind of just getting able to like chill and just have fun, with like Chuck, Grant, Pierce, like just like a cool card. I
Dream
actually
card.
yeah, I aced hole 3 like while we were hanging out, like which was kind of fun out at Evergreen. So it was cool. It was just a fun like kind of like hang out and kind of chill kind of thing. So we're gonna get into the winners right now. Taking down MPO was John Babb, barely outshooting Axel Olsen and Matthew Bloom Edmonds. Really, really good showing from all those guys. Um, Allison Mabut beat out Daniel Keene for FPO. Kyle Crabtree beat out John Anderson and our boy Keone Kihala for MP40. Brandy Cargill taking down FP40 over Jennifer Rice. Kevin Merrill beating out Jason Koch and Daniel Lilly for MP50. We played with Dan's son, Dawson, last week at League.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dan's the man. Like, I told Dawson at the time, too. I was like, I'm sure you hear this a lot. I was like, your dad's the man. He's like, I do hear that a lot, yeah. Um, Taking down MP60, we got James Hustis over Steve Bell and Don Clark. Winning FP60, Christine Hustis. Winning MP70, David Wilkins, Grandpa Dave. Winning MA1, we got our boy John Geiger. He beat out Finn Barnes and Alec Maccabee. Leilani Battle taking down FA1. Ryan Smith taking down MA40. Jennifer Awesome Krasbinski taking down FA40. Gary Hill taking down MA50. FA50 was won by Kayla Oridi. So that was awesome.
Yo.
Congratulations, Kayla. MA60 was won by Jim Hansen. Nice job, Jim. MA2 was won by Zachary Dix. MA3 was won by Tyler Zabolio. Actually, I have kind of an interesting note about MA60, and um, I think this is kind of fascinating. So, round one, I was in the parking lot and I talked with Jim Hansen for a minute, and he's like, "Hey, like he goes, all 3 of the guys on my card got a 2-stroke violation for showing up late to their tee time today." And I'm like, all 3. I go, "How many people are in your division?" He goes, "It's just our card." So there's 4 guys in their division. All 4 of them took a 2-stroke penalty for not showing up before the
5 minutes.
5-minute mark. Yeah, for hole 1, and Jim won by 2 strokes.
I
So
wonder. Oh.
yeah, that's I think it's kind of crazy.
What?
Dude, like that's wild, right? And for Jim to win by 2 strokes, like I know Jim was a little like how like did I really win this? And it's just like you did win it because you played by the rules a little better than everybody else did, kind of thing. But it just shows the importance of like showing up to your tee time on time or even early. Like my rule of thumb now is just to watch the card ahead of me tee off, and I'm there 10 minutes early, hanging out, no matter what kind of deal. So for these big events, for these A tiers, it is so so important that you just show up to your tee time on time, 5 minutes early, ready to go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where does that go into? Do
I
they just throw it?
I think it was after it was during the first round that it happened, so I don't know when exactly they would have like. I don't know how it gets put into the scores. Like I don't know if maybe like round one, like there's a potential that round one those guys all shot two strokes. Like
Better.
like Rob actually shot like a 62 instead of a 64.
Uh,
I don't really know that though. I don't know how that all kind of worked out. Yeah, I thought
Interesting.
yeah, I thought it was interesting though. Just shows the importance of just like get to your tee time 5 minutes early. Like I said, I like to show up and watch the card ahead of me tee off, and kind of I like
Yeah.
watch
In the
just
first round,
generally
if you count the bogeys, it doesn't add up. That's interesting.
yeah. Um,
I wonder if how late they were. I don't
I
know.
think just
I
I think
have a
like
lot of.
I think like just a minute, but there's still just like a hard line of being like you have to be there at a certain time, and if you're not there at a certain time, anything past when the
I
clock
think we got
turns
to
here.
change it for depending on how old you are.
Oh, I don't know. I think just it's just an H
Hey,
tier
no,
though. Like everybody knows the rule.
60
It
plus.
is.
Give him 7 minutes. Give him three. Come on, man.
I
That
don't
walk from the
know,
parking lot. That walk from warm up.
dude. Everybody
Oh, I
knows
don't
about
know.
it
I have a
though.
lot of
It's
questions.
tough.
I don't know.
It's a
I
tough
don't
look.
know.
Yeah.
I understand rules, but I'm more like I'm not just gonna. I like to question them and be like, that's kind of a. I'll say it's a dumb rule if I think it's a dumb rule, or like,
I also don't think that it's the best rule, but it is something that the tournament directors have to abide by. You know what I mean? Like it sucks because like if you're sitting there with a timer, like it happened at Cascade Challenge, like there's a timer there, and as soon as the timer turns to that 5 minute mark, it's
yeah.
like
But
anybody who's not here.
yeah, I just think the Cascade Challenge in this event. I'm not saying this is a small event by any means. It's a huge event in Washington. It's been going on for a while, but I don't know. Just thinking
Yeah,
about it, and I just have a lot of questions. Other, I
yeah,
think that's really interesting.
yeah. Thought it was
Because
crazy
like
though.
even if you're pushing like if you're getting there, you tee off at like 2 o'clock and you're there at like 1:59. Yeah, that's a stroke. But
Hmm.
like if it's that first minute, I don't know, man. I would be a
Yeah,
little. That's just I don't know, but you got to be by the rules. I feel that. I feel that. I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
saying anything like that,
And
but
it,
I'm just saying in my like fairness of like what I feel like that would be. But I
uh,
understand the rules of that.
and it is just for like A tiers and above. Like it's not
Yeah,
for like B tiers. You get it. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So I don't know. It is something that everybody was aware of because it wasn't
yeah.
an email ahead of time thing. So
Uh-huh.
just just tough. Um, all right, we're gonna get into the tournament look ahead. This is presented by Swamp Cow Kava Bar. Swamp Cow Kava Bar. Love me that muddy water. All right, next week we this coming weekend. I'm mixing it up, man. Trying to see
I like it.
which
I
one of
like
those.
it.
Yeah, I think I like that one the most so far. This weekend we got Rat City Rumble. This is happening over at Lakewood. This is the first tournament that's happened at Lakewood in a really long time. Um, really, so definitely looking forward to playing that. That's going to be on Sunday. Also happening at Lakewood on Saturday is going to be Ladies of the Lake, a female-only tournament, part of the Evergreen Women's Series. Our friend Kayla Oridi is actually running that event herself, or we're running that event with some other people, but running that event. So um, the Rat City Rumble is going to have very similar layout to the Ladies of the Lake. I think Ladies of the Lake is going to have a couple of like shorter tee pads, like I think six. They're going to have like the Ace Run layout tee pad, where I assume for Rat City Rumble we'll probably just tee off from like the regular tee pad of six. So also happening this weekend is Ravens Run down in Skamakawa, Washington. A lot of Seattle players are going down there. Beautiful course. As I mentioned before, I absolutely love Lucky Mud. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful property. If you have a day that you're just looking to make a day trip, you can definitely just drive down there, play 2 rounds, and drive home, and make a whole day out of it. They do have an Airbnb on site. The owners are like some of the nicest people that I couldn't
Wow.
couldn't say enough about, like how much I love that place and I love them and all that. So, um, yeah, if you have the opportunity, just go down to Lucky Mud and just play. But a lot of players are going to be out there this weekend down at Ravens Run. So, all right, weather look ahead presented by AGL above ground level. Ollie, do they have like a slogan or anything?
Mm. Stay above ground level, man.
Yeah, I don't know either. All right, as we look at the weather this week, it looks like Wednesday this week being tomorrow is going to be kind of toasty in like the low 80s. And then besides that, I got really, really nice weather for Saturday and
Oh, I got
Sunday.
something good.
Yeah?
What is this? The weather look ahead, presented by AGL. Together, we can reduce, reuse, and recycle for a greener future of disc golf.
Oh, that's sick. All right, you're gonna hit that hard next week. Hell yeah.
That's not their official quote. I'm just like I found a good line on the website and was like, okay, we're going.
That's dope. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, we'll have you intro that one next week. You see the
Bet.
evolution of the show, man. Every week we're just trying something different, seeing what works. But yeah, so I got like low 70s on Saturday, partly cloudy. I got like mid to high 70s on Sunday. We're looking at like a high of 77 on Sunday, high of 73 on Saturday. Both days partly cloudy, which should be pretty nice. That it's not just the sun beating down on you. Mild winds. We're looking at about 6 miles an hour. Small chance of rain. Might be like a little pocket somewhere. So should be a really beautiful week slash weekend here in the Pacific Northwest, specifically in the Seattle area.
Right.
All right. Are you ready for the best 90 seconds of your week? Because I sure am. We are here with the Ollie's 90-second breakdown. You ready, bud?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to hit you in 3, 2, 1, go.
The Colbet presents European Disc Golf Festival in Estonia. It finally happened. Something we all knew for certain was going to happen, but was just a matter of time. Skynet set the Terminator, Calvin Heimborg, from the year 2029 to 2025 to kill this event. Iced out the first place, Gannon Burr coming in a close second. Isaac Robin-son getting third over McBeast himself, Macbeth in fourth. Not tight, and so awesome to see Calvin get the dub there. First major win. Just that last putt was electric there. Moving on to the FBO side, not taking the Silva this week. Saarinen more like sayonara. Final round to seal the deal over Christian Ladden up and down the stretch. Christian was up by 5 after nine holes of the final round. 3-stroke swing from hole 11 to 17 to take it down. Bop do oh bop oh. Ella Hansen takes the third place. This is the Ella Hansen t-shirt. This is Ella Hansen's handing down. Thank you. This was the 92nd percentage.
Oh, that was
I feel like
great, man.
I feel like I practiced some of those, and when I got to that, I just did not. I never saw that when I was looking at it before the show. That one got me. But yeah, if you
Um,
haven't seen, go watch the highlights of that final round for the MPO and FBO. The FBO, Kristen Lott missed like 5 bullseye putts, which is like it was
Crazy.
like literally insane.
Yeah.
I don't
The
know.
video
Spoiler alert.
the video is wild. I at first just saw that she took 2 triple bogeys, and I was like, "Whoa!" Like I can't believe that. And then to see the way it happened too was really very jarring. Especially that one was it 17 is the one where she missed like 2 10-footers
Well, it's just
basically.
she put her own nail in her. She dug her own grave and jumped in it. Basically, it was like what the heck. It was crazy
Yeah,
to see. Yeah, she had a birdie putt from about 50 feet, goes long in the baskets, bullseye high, puts down and airballs, and then within 7 seconds, within like 5 seconds, goes to her next putt and just hits the left pocket of the cage and goes out. And it's like and you saw these lapses from her that entire final round. It was so interesting. I think Luke Humphrey or Nate Perkins said something about it where he doesn't feel confident in that putt to make any of these. Like you're not going to
yeah.
count on a birdie basically for anything the way she's putting, and it showed like and the other commentator who's awesome, I don't know his name, but the other commentator that's up there with Brian is like so amazing. I think he does it awesome. He's so excited about disc golf. It's really
Is
fun.
that
It,
Charlie Eisenhood? I
he's a
know he does both.
European guy.
Oh,
Oh no,
okay.
it's a European guy. So he's awesome though. I really like him. But he made a comment. He was like, she just did 3 putts within 7 seconds. Like she's not
Yeah,
taking her
slow down.
time. Wasn't taking her time. There was something. Yeah, it was something off. So
Yeah, I wonder
something to
if
watch
and
out for sure.
I wonder if she's just like tired, like she's like because she's not just like a disc golfer at this point. Like her role in disc golf is so much bigger than just going out and performing and like throwing a frisbee at this point. Like, you know, she's like such an ambassador for the
She's
game.
her country's like number one
Yes.
female athlete. Like it's more than so. It's like a yeah. It's so big. She's a Porsche. Like yeah. So many
I
brand deals. Like it's so big.
I can just imagine she's just like mentally exhausted and kind of just hitting like a probably maybe hitting like a wall or something. Like I hope this off season she does like a month long vacation with Silver and they go somewhere and like you know like disassociate from disc golf for a little bit and kind of like let
It
yourself like recoup in that. So because like I feel like she probably could benefit from that.
it probably wasn't stressful for her, but I'm pretty yeah. Her last off season was her wedding, which I'm sure was like it's just a whole nother event. You know, you're planning and doing. So like her time off was just is always doing something. You know, so it's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's there's a lot of mental strain, you know, in running it. And
Yeah.
I don't know. My wife did the majority of our wedding, so I don't know as much as she would, but
Kind of that
I'm
though. I
sure
feel like
she
Kristen
sounded like
probably
she
had
was
more
having.
input.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
don't know.
yeah, she sounded like she was having some stressful day. So you know. All right, we're gonna answer the KO question of the week. Disc golf Space Jam. Who's your Michael Jordan? Who are the other three? Aliens that the aliens take their talent away. I'm straight up gonna pick Anthony Barella. Dude's handsome. Would film well. He's got a pretty good personality. And then the other three aliens that I think would take like the other powers away would be Gannon Burr because he could have like kind of like an ice themed alien. We can do Calvin Heimberg, and you can kind of do like a cyborg kind of style alien, and then Paul Macbeth, and you could do like a Hulk style, like McBeast style, like alien as well to kind of round out the card. And Anthony Barella has to beat them to save the world for some reason.
Yeah, but I think the only problem I have with that is Anthony Barilla is no MJ. He's no MJ.
You're not
I
wrong.
think I think Paul Macbeth fits that slot a lot more with that, where that's gonna be my lead guy. I think I think Calvin Heimberg makes for the best alien to take, with the Heimberg and everything like that. I think Gannon does, but I feel like I was looking at the movie and the cast. Most of those guys were they weren't rookies or like younger guys. They were more established guys. So I was looking more towards that. I think I'd have like a Ben Calloway type,
Mhm.
lengthy guy or something like that. And then I think Gannon does fit in there though for sure. I think Gannon would be my third, but I think I'm throwing
Great.
Ben Calloway.
Yeah. All right. Let us know down below who you would kind of pick as your main guy, and then your three kind of like supporting alien cast members, and who would make like kind of for that fun card. Just want to give a quick hype to next week's episode. We're going to have some really special guests and have some really massive news. I don't often say that I got some really, really big news, but really, really big news happening here at Emerald City Discs. So, really excited to have our guests on next week and kind of share what we have in store for everybody. So, definitely tune in next week and looking forward to it. All right, we're gonna get into the draft this week. Draft this week is going to be the Chris draft. We're just drafting anybody named Chris. Lots of Chris's in the world. So I'm gonna start it off, and I'm gonna go with one of my favorite Chris's of all time, Chris Farley from Saturday Night
Mm,
Live. Bunch of Tommy Boy, Black Sheep, bunch of the movies
yep,
back in the day. Absolutely loved
yep.
him. Super funny.
That's a
Ollie,
good
you got
one.
2 and 3.
We're gonna go with Chris Rock. I love Everybody Hates Chris. He's the
That was
voice
gonna be
of
my next pick.
so many the voice of so many of the funniest, like so many funny characters I just love. So we're gonna go Chris
His
Rock, and then we're gonna go. Oh yeah, well, yeah,
his stand up back in the day was just
so
incredible
good.
too. Like he was so
Yeah.
funny. He's got a movie called like Head of State that my dad and I have like really really specific memories of my dad and I like laughing hysterically on the couch watching this movie when I was just a child. Like yeah. So Chris Rock, that's an awesome pick.
And then we're gonna go with Christopher Walken. Chris Walken.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
got the I'll get those guys out of the way, and I'm gonna feel pretty good about that in my acting more. So and then we're gonna go shift it, but we're feeling good about that.
That was really good. Chris Rock is a really good pick. That was definitely really really high on my list. I'm gonna go with I mean, I guess this is kind of the watered down Chris Rock. Is I'm gonna go with Chris Tucker.
I feel yep. Good pick. Good pick.
Yeah. Chris Tucker's hilarious. I mean, all the movies he did with Jackie Chan, just incredible. Absolutely love it. Guy's huge, hilarious.
Yep.
Um, and then for the number 5 pick in this draft, I'm gonna pick Chris Jericho. Wrestler for a long time, huge fan of him back in the day. Chris Jericho was the man. I think he's like still going in AEW and stuff. It's crazy. He's got to be like
Oh,
almost 60 years old.
that's insane. You know, here at the KO Disc Golf Show, what would it be without my boy Chris Dickerson? Got to
Nice.
get my disc golfing Chris in there.
Dickerson.
And
We
then
got,
I got my next pick.
yep, we got one more.
We're going to go with the only player in NFL history to have 2,500 combined total yards in a season, Chris Johnson of the Tennessee Titans, CJ2K.
Good pick.
I'm happy with that. I'm really happy
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, really, really nice.
There's been 8 total or 7 or 8 total players to ever rush for or to ever have combined over 2,000 yards, and there's one ever to have 2,500, and it's him.
Sick.
Getting 2,000 is like a feat, but 2,500 never happening again.
Yeah. All right, sick pick. Really, really, you got a good list over there. You got Chris Rock, Christopher Walken, Chris Dickerson, and Christopher Johnson. For my
Chris Dickerson's like, what am I doing here?
yeah, he's like, who? Everyone's like, who are you?
Hey, put him at the table.
It's so funny. All right, so for my last famous Chris, I'm gonna go with Captain America himself, Christopher Evans. Honorable mention to Chris Pratt, Chris Hemsworth.
Yep.
You know, I mean Chris Pine. As I'm looking at my list of Chris's over here, Christopher
Yep.
Reeves also would have been a really, really good pick. Yeah, I think those are the most notable for me, at least. Dude,
Yeah,
I totally
probably.
glanced right over Chris Walken. He wasn't even on my list. Didn't even
Yeah,
see
dude,
him.
I was kind of hyped, but I was like, oh, I wanted to get him early though.
Yeah. All right, this was the KO Disc Golf Show, episode 67. I'm taking care of the quote this week. Never made it as a wise man. Couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. Tired of living like a blind man. Sick aside of a sense of feeling. This is how you remind me. Aim high, shoot low. See you guys next time.
Oh, did it stop?
Oh.
One more time!